I asked her, did you feel like any of the difficulty was because you're black?
No.
Did you feel like any of it was about race? No?
No.
But then moments later, she said,
Well, when you're black, everybody knows that you have to do better than anybody else who's white.
Well, I think the idea that she was held back in her marks for any other reason other than the quality of her skating, I think is incorrect.
That's Sandra Bezic.
I've been involved in the skating world my whole life as a competitor, as an Olympian, a commentator.
And actually, as a commentator,
I'd like to see her stop jumping for 6 months and learn to skate.
She was kind of hard on Surya.
Yes.
And when we asked her why, this is what she said.
Everything about skating is built on circles. The radius could be huge, but it's still a circle. Everything is about edges and leaning into those edges and leaning into the turns and carving massive circles on the ice. And that is our sport, which leads to Surya. I mean, if you watch her jumps, they were on straight lines. And if a jump is on a straight line, then it can't land with flow. Because the idea is to land your jump with as much speed and flow as you had going into it. Mm-hmm. And that's something that she couldn't do because she was jumping on straight lines. And then the other thing about skating that you don't necessarily get on camera is the sound of the edge. The sound of a beautiful skater going from edge to edge, from lean to lean.
what does that sound like?
It's a beautiful sound. It's a sound that we all love. It's a gentle carving.
So the image, the sound I have in my head is like a hockey stop, but that's probably not the sound.
No, because I can tell you, there are no scratches. It's a glide. It's just it's a hum. I wish I had a good word to describe it. And there are different sounds. I mean, like there's the sound of Brian Boitano's back crossovers that, used to excite me when I was in the rink with him. But then there's also sort of the gentle, almost soundless quality of, say, a Yuka Sato or a Katya Gordieva, where they're like a whisper across the ice, and yet they're, flipping from one edge to another edge. And forward to backward, and it's just this glide. I haven't got a good word for it. Damn.
So when Surya was skating, would she have that sound?
No. She would be scratchy.
Now, we should say that wasn't the sound of Surya skating or any of those other people. We just mic'd up a whole bunch of pretty good figure skaters.
Were they professional skaters?
Yeah. These are legit skaters.
They're professional figure skaters, and we sent the clip to Sandra, and she was like, yes.
So she gave you the thumbs up that we got it right.
Yep.
But see, I don't necessarily hear whatever it is she is hearing and think yes. I mean, they sound different, but not even that different, really.
So that's exactly the problem. Ice skating is largely about aesthetics. So as far as sports go, it's kind of in its own category. Like if you're talking about Serena Williams, who's facing a lot of these same kinds of criticisms, it doesn't matter. There's a line on a court, and it's either inside or outside. There are rules, whereas there aren't these rules when it comes to beauty. It's super slushy. And that makes someone like Surya much more vulnerable.
So what ended up happening?
Well, after a couple of years of getting these kinds of marks, she does some soul searching.
I mean, I was a bit more mature.
In 1992, at the age of 18,
I had new choreography, changed my whole skating world. I changed coaches.
And she decides to take the note. She actually travels to California and works with Frank Carroll, who's like this legendary American coach. And what she's doing is that she's trying to, be more graceful, more beautiful, more elegant. More circly, yeah. And after that, you kind of see a difference.
Yeah, you can watch the YouTube videos from that period, and it's like she's a different skater.
Huh.
Yeah.
Does it work?
Yeah. In 1993, in the World Championships, she comes in second.
Oh.
And then by the time 1994 rolls around, she is a favorite. She is probably going to win.
And what happens?
Things take a really strange turn.
We'll be back right after the Zamboni break.
Hi there, this is Kirsten recording from Orlando, Florida. Radiolab is supported in part by the Alfred P. Sloan Foundation, enhancing public understanding of science and technology in the modern world. More information about Sloan at www.sloan.org.
This is Radiolab. Let's get back to our story about Surya Bonali, or Bonali, as it's said in French, from producers Tracy Hunt and Latif Nasser.
I'm really curious what happened at that medal ceremony in 1994.
It was the World Championships?
That was the World Championships, not the Olympics. Yeah.
No, not the Olympics, no.
Yeah.
Well, we had these World Championships in Japan.
7 Olympic titles, 17 World Championships.
Just to set this up, the World Championships are the second most important event in figure skating after the Olympics.
And at the Olympics, which were just a month before, the top 3 ladies.
16-year-old Oksana Bayul.
Oksana Bayul got gold.
Nancy Kerrigan is physically...
Nancy Kerrigan got silver. Chen Lu got the bronze. In 4th place was Surya. Now, those top 3 ladies, Oksana, Nancy, Lu...
Out of the picture.
Out of the picture. For
Why?
various reasons.
Injuries and some turned pro and stuff, but whatever.
Okay.
The point is, at these World Championships, the highway had been cleared for Surya. She was going to take it. It was hers for the taking.
This is her winning season. Will it be gold?
So jumping forward to the final day of the championship, Surya is in 2nd place. She takes the ice.
20 years old from Nice in the south of France.
Starts her program.
Immediately starts with this double axel.
That's very incredible.
After that, it's just triple, 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 triple.
On that landing, but still, she's here for business.
It was just one of the best skates of her life.
I knew I did my best. I did everything. It was not perfect because nobody's perfect, but pretty good competition overall.
Eventually, after about 4.5 minutes, she finishes her skate.
Surya Bonali to Vivaldi's 4 seasons. Loads and loads of technical difficulty. The question is, how will they see her artistic effort?
And she goes over off to the side to a bench with her coach to await her results.
Now for technical merit. And some 5.9s that please her. 5.9. Those are as high as any we've seen.
When she gets her marks, she jumps into 1st place, and there's only one skater left. It's a skater who usually finishes below Surya in competitions.
Yuka Sato.
Again, that's Sandra Bezic.
We all know Yuka's skating.
She's the kind of skater that puts a smile on your face.
Yuka was, one of these really lyrical skaters.
Making his return, Elvis Stoico.
And Yuka had this very
Gorgeous.
beautiful
Style and grace
to her skating.
This gentle, almost soundless quality, like a whisper across the ice.
Basically, her skating style was the exact opposite end of the spectrum from Surya's.
Sato, the 21-year-old from Tokyo.
So she gets up, does her final skate in front of the home crowd.
Yuka is one of my favorite skaters, but she doesn't have the combination jumps like Bonali did, so she's going to need all her jumps, opening up with her triple X.
And she hits her first jump. Crowd loves it.
She did good. She had maybe less triples than me, but she was maybe more prettier.
In her routine, there were these moments where it just looks like she was just sort of skipping across the ice. Just very balletic moves.
She's good,
They stand as one here at Makuhari Event Center for the local favorite, Yuka Sato. Now it's down to the judges as to whether the gold medal belongs to Sato of Japan or Bonali of France.
So Yuka gets off the ice, she goes to wait for her marks.
First marks, of course, for technical merit, Bona Lee's strength. Although Sato skated and jumped so well, and every one of those marks except the finish judge go to Bona Lee. She wins 8 out of 9 technical merit.
But when it came down to the artistic marks,
Just the opposite than the technical marks. 8 out of 9 judges, all but the French judge giving her higher marks.
those go to Yuka Sato.
Boy, this is going to be close.
It actually ends up being a tie,
So it goes to being a tiebreaker.
and that's when the judges basically pick first, second, and third. And in a 5-4 decision,
Artistic impression.
There it is. She's got it.
5-4. Sato is the new world champion.
Unfortunately, they choose her.
Off to the dressing room for the new champion. She'll be back, and so will we for the medal ceremony.
what happens next is one of these moments that really defines Suria's story for a lot of people.
So what happened was that right after all the results were out, they set up the medal ceremony. They called out the skaters. They first called out Yuka. She comes out from this tunnel backstage onto the ice,
What a moment.
waves, smiles at everybody. And then, after about a minute,
And now the silver medalist,
they called out Surya.
Surya Bona Lee.
But
And where is the European champion? All the cameras crowding around, and
she didn't come out.
Not immediately.
a late arrival, and here she comes.
She skates out onto the ice. She waves, but her face isn't smiling.
No.
And then when she gets to the podium, she congratulates Yuka Sato. But then
Well, Bona Lee has chosen not to stand on the podium.
She just stopped before getting on the podium. She just stood right next to the podium.
I think this is a form of protest.
I really hope she doesn't go through with this.
She wouldn't stand on it. She was crying.
Elvis actually was in the crowd watching.
I felt bad for her because I know what she was going through, where you outskated your competitor and they just wouldn't give it to you. And I was like, Surya, just get on the podium, take the medal.
The International Skating Union president, Olaf Paulsen.
The figure skating official who's giving out the medals, he gives Yuka the gold, puts it around her neck, but then when he turns to Surya, he just sort of stands there, looks at her. He says something, but you can't hear what it is. She shakes her head.
He puts the medal around Suria's neck, shakes her hand, and then he holds onto her hand and just kind of like pulls her onto the podium.
Oh, this is a first for me, that's for sure.
Just heartbroken. Oh, and she takes off the medal.
I'm not sure.
She takes the silver medal off of her head.
Like, oh my God, holy shit, she's actually doing this? It was huge. It was a huge deal.
The camera zooms in on her face, and she is just weeping.
Oh, what's going on inside that young woman?
So after the medal ceremony is over, she just gets mobbed by reporters.
Surya,
Why did you not accept the medal? What was the problem?
Because it's not my place and I'm just disappointed.
Are they unfair to you, Surya?
What?
Are the judges unfair to you?
It's alive, but it's very bad.
Do you feel you were robbed tonight? Is that what you're saying?
Did you deserve the gold medal, Surya?
And eventually what she says is,
I don't know. I'm just not lucky.
I'm just not lucky.
What was going on? Like, what happened?
I think it was more like a point of saying, this is it, stop now. You know, when you put your fist on a table and say, okay, now, enough is enough. That's it. And say, hey, you know, I'm not dumb and I'm getting sick now. I'm sick of it. I keep my eyes open. That is not fair. That has to stop. And it was just so depressing and it was so not fair. Mostly it was not fair.
What about it felt unfair?
Just that, you know, happened over and over so many times that every time it's never me because whatever I can do, how many triple, I can be pretty, I can have the best choreographer, so everything was made to be on the top. And still, I'm like, what do you need more me to do at this point? How many triple you want me? If I don't do, you kill me. And if I do, you don't care. And anyway, you choose somebody else.
Don't you think that that's a little unsportsmanlike?
Yeah, totally. Absolutely.
Yeah, but if she...
all these other girls have worked just as hard as she has, one presumes.
Sure, but okay, so picture yourself if you're at that position, you're in that position, you find yourself getting second, you feel like you're not...
She came in second, that's
okay. The margin was so close. It was so close.
It's always close.
Yeah, I think... Go.
I just more like felt empathy for her. I can't imagine what it must be like. Well, I can imagine what it must be like. But on that scale, to be the only one. And there is this, I think a friend of mine once told me that racism can make Black people crazy. Which is a very broad way of looking at it, in the sense that you kind of almost never know why people are reacting to you the way that they do. And it's kind of, you're always sort of second guessing, was that, did they, that guy just came in and he said hi to everybody in the room, but he did say it to me. What was that about? And so there's no obvious thing about it, but it can make you feel a little paranoid, a little crazy. Now, I can't imagine how, Saria felt in that moment. But I didn't necessarily think that, these prejudiced people had denied her this. If anything, I felt more like, man, it really must suck to be the only Black woman skating at that kind of level and not really understand why things are happening. Or maybe it must be like a very confusing situation to be in. And that is, and it was more like empathy. I don't know, if there was racism. Quite frankly, Yuka Sato is an amazing skater.
But I think you're right. It's very legitimate to feel like you can't put your finger on this feeling which never goes away.
No.
And never resolves and is always there and always makes you feel weird.
What happens after the
That's our producer Matt Keelty.
after the ceremony?
I think the rep that she got after this moment was that she was a sore loser and that she was defiant, that she had a bad attitude.
And does she quit at this point? Or
no, she keeps going.
She competed again in the World Championships in 1995, the very next year, and she came in second again.
So 3 years in a row.
In a similar pattern? Was there just one sort of...
That one wasn't as close,
yeah.
but she was second again for the third year.
Did she skate in a lot of other competitions after 95? Or?
I think
she did, various, European Championships, Skate America, so a bunch of them.
Yeah, she was doing a lot.
She never wins?
Not at the Olympics, not at the World Championships, no.
So she never gets first? What?
I guess it depends on how you define first.
What do you mean?
Well, you'll see. So that actually takes us right back to the beginning.
We're here live at 10 a.m. on Saturday morning in Japan.
So to jump forward, but rewind, we're in Nagano, Japan, 1998 Winter Olympics.
I knew it was my last Olympics and last major big competition. And everything was fine until the day before the short program. I pulled a muscle.
Her left leg.
And I couldn't lift, I couldn't do anything.
To make matters worse, Saria at that moment was already recovering from a ruptured Achilles tendon.
People had to carry me to walk stairs because I couldn't get stairs, so they have to lift me to go to my room because, at the Olympic Village, I couldn't walk. Even I'm broken, I'm damaged, I'm like a used car that's really good for for trash. Really, I was so messed up between my legs and my Achilles. I was like, oh, it's a disaster. And the doctor say, maybe we should withdraw. I'm like, no, I'm already here. I don't want to just maybe retire. It's probably my last competition. I don't want to just retire like that. Just give me anything you can. I have to keep going.
And so on the final day,
she says that she, between
medicine, massage, acupuncture, pills,
she goes back out on the ice.
And is now getting ready to skate for her country.
She's in this golden blue sequined outfit, and she starts her routine. You can tell she's favoring one leg, but she manages to land a few jumps.
Didn't work for the Salco.
Then she falls.
She gets back up, keeps going through her routine.
There's the triple Salco.
And then she says she just got to this point where she just knew she couldn't do it.
It was so much in pain. And towards the end of the program, I was supposed to go for 2 more triple. And I said, you know what? I'm not good. I don't feel it. I know I'm going to crash. I can't do. I'm not capable. My leg is not with me anymore.
And then what comes to her is that there is this move that she has in her repertoire that she can do, but it's illegal.
I had a special thing in my backpack and say, hey, I can do it. It's my last competition.
Was this all going through your mind as you were skating?
Yeah, oh yeah, totally. Me, it's like a computer. If I would have missed something, a jump, I'll say, okay, here, I can fit a triple here. Over there, I can do a combo, triple. I know I need to fit something.
You're like the GPS lady. You're like recalculating.
Yeah, totally. Rerouting. Okay, what do we have to do right now?
So in her rerouting, she turns around from skating forwards to skating backwards, picks up speed just like she's about to do a triple, but instead...
she does a backflip.
But not any old backflip.
She swings one leg over.
Does the splits in the air.
Upside down?
Yeah.
And then she lands on one foot.
Oh my goodness.
バック宙返り、バックフリップを見せました。
Wait a second, when you do the backflip, do your skates go up towards the ceiling and then come back down underneath you again?
Yes.
It's a backflip.
It's a backflip.
I just am having
I don't
trouble.
know how else to...
No.
Wait, why was it illegal?
Well, it's illegal because it's so dangerous. Also, she says you're supposed to land all your jumps on one foot. But she did that here.
Well, like, oh, well, good. You did it on one foot. Just hold. At this point, just hold. And it couldn't be like totally illegal because say, as long as land on one foot, maybe we will think about.
And she finishes her program with her back to the judges.
And, usually you skate, you perform, you smile in front of the camera, boom, they give you the mark. Next skater. For me, it took like 10 minutes. Seriously, 10 minutes, people think about what should we do. I was like, oh my God. They didn't know what to do with me. And I said, whatever, just put a 0 and so we can move on.
Here are the marks. Did she get nailed?
Absolutely. 4.8, 5.2. She knew. How do you get noticed in Olympic competition? Do a backflip.
So they didn't change their mind about the backflip in the end.
Nope.
So she ends up finishing 10th.
I was like, yeah, I finished 10, but it's okay.
Now, afterwards, a lot of people interpreted that backflip as a big fat middle finger up to the entire skating world. I know you don't want me to, but I'm going to do this anyway. But when I asked Saria if that's what was happening, she said...
No. I don't know why people keep telling me that. I was just trying to be happy.
She said she just wanted something that was hers.
Yes, yeah.
Had anyone ever done this backflip onto one blade before?
No. I'm the one who created this one. That's why it's called the Bonali.
Oh, that's called the Bonali?
Yeah. I'm the only one who did it.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're the first person in the history of the human race who has done that.
Yeah. So knock on wood, I hope, I'll be able to die in peace. Don't steal my backflip, it's mine.
I'll do my best.
It's mine.
So I'm just curious, what has happened since this story ended?
Well, she retired from figure skating after the 98 Olympics. She continues to do ice shows occasionally. But right now, I think the main thing that she's doing is she's coaching. She lives in Minnesota, and she's coaching young skaters, yeah.
But when we asked people, did she change the sport? Did she change figure skating? The answer they would keep giving to us was no. No, she didn't.
Yeah, a lot of people were like, It's not like all of a sudden... figure skating rinks across the country, across the world were flooded with little black girls learning their sockhows and their lutzes and things like that. I will say, from what I can tell, for the first time that there's more than one Black skater competing at the same time, internationally at least.
What about backflips? Are there backflips everywhere?
No backflips,
backflips.
sadly.
Are they still illegal?
They are still illegal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yes. So she was just this sort of like almost this sort of blip on the skating scene where she was just, no one was like her before. And there hasn't really been anyone like her since.
But there is this kind of ironic thing, I guess, which is that if you took her and you put her in competition today, if she was competing on the world stage today, she would probably do better than she did back then. They've changed the scoring system, so now you get points for doing the kinds of power moves that she was doing way back when, and even if you spill, even if you fail at those moves, you still get points.
You get points for trying.
Yeah, just for daring, and Surya was daring. She was a darer.
Producers Latif Nasser and Tracy Hunt. Tracy spent the last few months with us producing that story as part of the WNYC Fellows program. Tracy, we will miss you a lot. The piece was produced by Matt Keelty. Original music from Matt and also from Dylan Keefe. Special thanks to Vanessa Riley, Moira North, skaters Aliza Anjali and Christian Irwin from the Ice Theater of New York, and to Ed Haber for recording it all, and a very heartfelt thanks to Marilyn Wiggins. I'm Jad Abumrad.
I'm Robert Krulwich.
Thanks for listening.
Start of message. Hi, Latif. This is Tanya calling. Hi, this is Sandra Bezic.
Badbadnotgood speaking. Radiolab is produced by Jad Abumrad.
Dylan Keith is our Director of Sound Design. Soren Wheeler is Senior Editor.
Jamie York is our Senior Producer.
Our staff includes Simon Adler, Brenna Farrell, David Gable,
Matt Hilty, Robert Coolwith, Andy Mills,
Latif Nasser, Melissa O'Donnell, Kelsey Paget, Arian Wack, and Molly Webster, with help from Alexandra Lee Young, Tracy Hunt, Stephanie Tam, and Micah Lowinger. Our fact checkers are Eva Dasher and Michelle Harris. I wonder if you can hear the truck outside.
Hope that's okay.
And on behalf of everyone at the Radiolab,
Thank you
for listening. Bye-bye. End of message.
Hey CBC Music, it's Badbadnotgood. We're at Studio 211, and we're about to play some songs for you. Hope you enjoy.
Can't Leave the Night. That one we just try to, emulate a lot of energy, and only being 3 people, sometimes it's hard to create a lot of captivating moments and using different things because you can only do so much with technical 6 hands or whatever. So just it kind of came together with a couple of things that we were messing around with and synths and stuff like that. We just like playing it because it's got a lot of energy, and sometimes when we start it, because it kind of starts really kind of catches people off guard a little bit, so it's just a fun song to play. Sure. Yeah.
Our friend Leland Whitty, who's a very talented musician and saxophone player, we've known him for a few years and we've kind of collaborated on some stuff before, but we really want to actually write a song with him for for the album. So we got together and kind of tried a bunch of ideas and ended up with that song. And this is actually the first time we played it live with him. So it was in its current form, I guess.
Yeah,
But yeah.
It's fun relearning it. Like yesterday, like having not played it in like a year.
Yeah. But he's amazing, so it was fun.
Some say no. 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 Some say no.